So you're looking to grow on Instagram. In this video, I'm going to share what I think is the easiest way to grow on Instagram going into 2020. So stick around to the end and I'll explain exactly what it is. Let's go. So before we get into it, if you're new here, my name's Ben. I make weekly videos on podcasting, social media, and other online tools to help you turn your passion into business. So if you're interested in any of that, consider subscribing. Thank you. So as we all know, it's becoming increasingly more difficult to grow on Instagram, especially by organic and unpaid methods. You're probably aware that organic reach has been plummeting on Instagram, and so too with it engagement. If you weren't aware of that, I made an entire video on that subject, so go check it out. It's in the card above and it'll be linked down below. But essentially, Instagram is dropping the organic reach to try to stimulate more paid advertising, which makes it difficult for you and I trying to grow on the platform. So with that, people are always looking for new and creative ways to try to grow on the platform without having to pay for ads or other paid methods to try to get traction on the platform. And this strategy that I'm going to suggest that you implement in this video is completely free, so anybody can do it. There's no limitation here in terms of money. There's no barrier to entry here. So what I think the easiest way is to grow on Instagram going into 2020 isn't even actually using Instagram at all. It's actually growing on a different app, which I'm sure you're probably all aware of. Yes, I'm talking about TikTok. Before you click away thinking I was trolling with you, give me the benefit of the doubt and hear me out on this one. So I'm sure many of you are aware of TikTok. Some of you may even have it, but you probably just think it's meant for little kids, strictly those cringy videos that are almost sometimes difficult to watch. I was under the same belief for a very long time until I dug a little deeper into TikTok and the metrics behind it. There's a few reasons why anybody should be on TikTok. The first being it's rapidly growing. There's over 1 billion users. So no longer is it just little kids. Like any social media platform, it typically starts with the younger people and slowly picks up more and more users and climbs up the age demographics as well. Think back to Instagram and Snapchat. Those all started out with very young people, and now look at it today. There are elderly people on Instagram and Snapchat. One of my most loyal followers is my grandma, so that should put into perspective the fact of how these platforms change. So while the users of TikTok may have started out all being quite young, it is growing rapidly. So if you go into your app store, it's one of the top ranking apps, and it is outperforming any other social media in terms of downloads and new users coming to the platform. The format for the content is vertical video, and it's very, very easy to create videos directly on the app. It's similar to an old video app called Vine, where it's looping videos, so they play on repeat until you scroll to the next one. But what really makes TikTok a must for you to be on it is its current algorithm. There is no other opportunity like TikTok to gain an audience extremely quickly because of how TikTok was built. When you download the app and you go into it, you're instantly brought to the For You page. And that is where the true opportunity lies. TikTok moderates and brings you content trying to find things that you might like. So you have the opportunity to get onto the For You page as a TikTok user. And that's how creators are blowing up literally overnight. And that's not even an exaggeration. You could make one video that gets favorable treatment from the algorithm and it lands on the For You page for tons of other users. And you can literally get millions of views in 24 hours time. And with that, get thousands of followers right then and there. That is how the opportunity comes to then bring them over to your Instagram. Because by them following you on TikTok, you have the opportunity to build a relationship with them actually seeing your content and telling them what you're all about to bring them over to Instagram. And obviously everybody who follows you on TikTok won't come over to Instagram, but since there's an opportunity for so many followers to come your way on TikTok, some of them will naturally find their way over to Instagram. Plus you can link your account directly on your TikTok page to send them over to Instagram to then follow you there. So I'm sure you're thinking, yeah, that's great, but it's probably all kids that are blowing up, and they probably have some strategies to do it that you simply couldn't understand or implement yourself. And neither of those things are true at all, and I'm gonna explain a little bit further right now. So like I said, the algorithm on TikTok is incredibly generous right now. If you make a stimulating piece of content, they're always gonna show it to people. So if you make something that's funny or witty or provides value, if people watch it over and over or interact with it via a like, a share, or a comment, that is going to tell TikTok that that is a better than average post, and they're going to continue to show it to more and more people. So that's how users get onto the For You page and then stay on there to more and more users' For You page. So what that means is every post you make has the opportunity to go viral, and that's not possible on any other platform. And that all has to do with TikTok being in its infancy as a platform. The time to get on TikTok was yesterday, but the next best time is right now because the algorithm is still super, super generous and you have an opportunity to make a post and go viral. And then with all that traffic, gain an influx of followers that will then know, like, and trust you. And then they will follow you over to Instagram, which is why I think it's the easiest way to grow on Instagram in 2020. So in terms of content on TikTok, I know I referenced this early, but it kind of has this stigma where it's all just this cringy content that no one would actually want to make. And while that's true for the most case in its current state, there's still a huge opportunity to make really any kind of content. On your For You page, if you scroll through and you see a specific kind of video or a specific soundtrack, which they call a sound, being used over and over again, that's what's considered a trend on TikTok. So you also have opportunities to ride trends to get a ton more viewers to your TikToks. So when something's trending, if you hop on that wave, TikTok is naturally going to show your post to more people because that's a current trend on TikTok. They reward that for riding that wave. So while that's an easy method to grow, it doesn't just have to be the cringy videos and the trends to grow because of how rapidly this platform is growing. If you're enjoying this video or you're taking anything from it, please take 1 second out of your time, smash the like button, click it softly, whatever you're into, just take the time. It really, really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Thank you. TikTok now has over 1 billion users, making the audience increasingly more diverse. More and more people are coming to TikTok that have different interests, different wants, different needs in terms of content and what they're looking for on the platform. So this provides a real opportunity to you as a creator to really get in there and fill a void that's not currently being filled. So it doesn't matter what age you are, what kind of content you want to make, there's an opportunity there because there's 1 billion people there. So even if you find a small subset of that, it's still a great way to get in front of them for free to potentially bring them over to Instagram. The opportunity all lies with the platform and how it functions in its current state. There is no other opportunity like this. And I don't know if there'll be an opportunity like this for free attention anytime soon. So the time is now to get on TikTok. So don't be discouraged by the fact that you think it's all young. Social medias always start with the young people and then they slowly creep up as more and more people find out about it through the young people and then start to try it out for themselves. So even if you don't see people like you making content on TikTok, that should be all the more reason of why you should, because you may resonate with people that are currently looking for a creator that they want to follow and no one's making that content yet. So if you're first, you fill that void, you're going to reap the benefits. Another great way to grow on Instagram is through the use of strategic hashtags. So if you're looking for a full guide on that, I made another video on that 2 weeks ago that I'll link up in the card above. So go check that out if you're looking how to use hashtags on Instagram to also grow that way. So after hearing all of that and the incredible opportunity to grow for free on TikTok that you could then bring over to Instagram, you're probably really excited about it, but you're probably also wondering, how do I do this? You're likely confused. Fret not. I will be bringing a series of videos all about TikTok to my channel. So be sure to click subscribe and then go over and click that bell button so you don't miss any future videos, so you can make sure you're crushing it across the board and on TikTok. More specifically, I will be doing a little bit of a deep dive of how to use TikTok in the coming weeks. So expect that video in about a week or two's time and you don't want to miss it. So click subscribe. So thank you guys for watching. Allow this to be the push for you to actually get started on TikTok. Before you do, go ahead and watch some of my other videos on my channel. Got tons of Instagram videos, YouTube videos, and tons of other tools that can help you crush it using social media to help make yourself some money and pursue your passion. So thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, keep killing it, keep crushing it, and I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. I'll see you on TikTok. Peace.